What's up, guys? Welcome back to Simply FPL, and today it is the Game Week 8 team reveal. So before we get on to that, just another big reminder, and actually this is probably an even bigger reminder than last week. There's Friday fixtures this week, and there's a fixture at 5:30. So Brighton play Burnley at 5:30, so I think the transfers and the team changes and stuff, I think you have to start by 4:30. So don't go to work and forget about doing your team. You have to get that done by 4:30, I think, or 4 o'clock. Sorry. So yeah, that's just a big reminder, and that's why I'm having this out on a Wednesday. So interesting one today, as you'll see in a moment. Yeah, let's just crack straight into it, shall we? So first of all, the first thing you're going to notice is the squad value and the money in the bank. This is a really tough week for me. So I spent 3 or 4 hours last night just messing with my team and trying to find a way to make one extra transfer, which would cost me a 4-point hit, that then wouldn't destroy my team for what I'm planning to do in 2 or 3 weeks' time. And I could not find a single way. So we'll talk about that a bit more when the team's on the screen. Yeah, we'll talk about that a bit more in a few moments' time. So to begin with, here's my back line. Martinez, nothing more to be said. Playing Arsenal away, don't really expect anything. If he can maybe land me 3 saves and get me 3 points, I think I'll be relatively happy. These aren't really the games where you're looking to get 10 points from your goalkeeper. So yeah, fingers crossed Villa can get back on form after a disappointing few weeks, but we're not expecting anything from him. We're going for just 3 at the back. So the fantasy football team always looks beautiful when you've only got 3 defenders and you're playing seven attacking players. So we're going for that this week. We've got the double up on Chelsea again, hoping that Reece James can keep his spot. I think they both played really well in the 3-0 win there last week. So yeah, cool. Let's hope there's no injuries in Europe this week. And Sheffield United at home. So we're hopeful we can get some sort of return. Like if a 1-1 draw and no attacking returns from the 2 defenders would be a nightmare. Like this really does look like a good game to get some points from these 2 lads. We've also brought in Koufal for Trent Alexander-Arnold. That's why we have so much money in the bank. I think we saved about 3 million on that transfer. Been saying it for weeks. West Ham have really great fixtures coming up. I would have got Antonio in, but look, he's injured. So I want to get a West Ham asset in. I can't trust their attackers. So Koufal, he's already nailed in 3 assists in the first 7 games. So 4.5 million, perfectly happy to have him in, and it kind of gives us some more budget to play about with moving forward. Midfield then. So that looks like an exciting midfield on paper. The problem is we've got 4 away games and Man United at home. So I have absolutely no idea how to kind of rate this midfield this week. So James Rodriguez, we're going to have to wait for the news conference from Carlo Ancelotti. Hopefully he'll be back. Like all the signs are saying he will be back playing. So Man United at home, I'm not too worried about if Everton have Luca Digne back and James Rodriguez. Obviously Richarlison will still be out. He's suspended for 1 more game. And Calvert-Lewin up top. So hopefully we'll get some sort of return. If he is ruled out, though, it might force my hand on a substitute, which I've tried not to make. So Ross Barkley away to Arsenal. I mean, Villa look good going forward. So actually, it doesn't matter who they play. I'm confident that they've got a chance of getting goals. Ross Barkley, as I said in my last video, 5.9 million I got him at. I think he's currently 6. He's not got as many attacking returns as Grealish, not even close. But like if you a 2-second search on Twitter, you'll see like his involvement in Villa's plays is extremely high. It's actually higher than Grealish. So although he's not got any returns, I'm still happy to have him in my team. He's always in and about the box. He's always demanding the ball from people. I just think attacking return should come over the next 6-7 game weeks, where after the Arsenal game they've got quite good fixtures. Mo Salah, City away. Actually, you think there's a good chance he'll get a return. He usually does well against the bigger clubs. Man City, a very attacking team, and they're not exactly known for the amount of clean sheets they keep this last season or 2. So, yeah, we'll be watching that. I reckon that game will either be a 0-0 or there'll be over 6 goals. So, hopefully it goes the latter, seeing as though I don't have any defenders from either team. Not going to give him the captain's armband. Might give him the vice-captain. I've not decided yet. But yeah, this is how often do you play vice-captain? It's not really a big decision anyway. West Brom away for Son this week. after a disappointing last week where he didn't even register a shot. I'm hoping there's not really there's few better fixtures for Tottenham to be playing at the moment. So West Brom away. I've been saying for a few weeks I'm probably not going to get rid of Son. My mind is changing again after spending so many hours changing my team, which again we'll go through in a moment. But I'm hopeful that him and Harry Kane can do me a solid this week and get me some sort of return. I think he's got the easiest fixture of any in my midfield, so if he doesn't come back with much, it might be a tough week for me. Podence finally returned something for myself and the hundreds of thousands of people that have him in the team who have kind of stuck low with him for several weeks. Every week he looks like he should get a goal, gets dragged off 70 minutes in for Adama Traore, and we sit there with 2 or 3 points. So last week he rewarded us. Absolutely robbed of the assist. Like I still cannot understand how he didn't get that assist for the first goal. Someone please tell me. I understand what the reason is according to FPL. I just disagree with it. So he got his goal, got his 8 points. If he got the assist, maybe it could have been 12 or 13 points with the bonuses. Leicester away, I think there's a good chance of getting goals there. So yeah, still happy to have him in for now at 5.5 million. And yeah, there was no chance he was going to be on my bench after how he played last week. I thought he was electric. Strikers. People keep messaging me and saying that is not Calvert-Lewin, and I don't know what they're talking about. So Calvert-Lewandowski is playing United at home. I just think it's a perfect fixture for him. Like, United can't defend, and he's so strong this season. I don't know what he was doing last season to get so strong, but if he jumps in the air, he's winning the ball. Like he's scoring all of his goals within a couple of yard distance in front of the goal. Absolute goal poacher. And with Rodriguez and Luca Digne back in the team, like I know it's Man United at home, but I'm fairly confident that he's going to get some sort of return. We might even have to put a few quid on that with the bookies if James Rodriguez is definitely back. Harry Kane, West Brom away, captain, nailed on. I think everyone that has Harry Kane this week is going to captain him. The fixtures have started to turn for most teams, so I think I'm not going to be the only one sat here looking at my team from this week going, oh, we've made mistakes somewhere to get to this point with 15 players like this. So we'll talk about the changes in just a second. And yeah, my bench. So I'm not... Saiss is probably just going to bench one now till I eventually get rid of him. I think it's always going to now come down to him or Podence, and I just think I'm always going to pick Podence. I think he's more chance of getting game time and more chance of returns. So, yeah, Saiss is on the bench. Mitchell's still kind of injured, but I'm not in any rush to play him against Leeds. Leeds just, they look so good going forward. So, yeah, I think that'd be a bit risky. Delap, who the hell's Delap? Yeah, so that's the team. Predicting a scary week. I think... problem is a lot of it comes down to the Tottenham lads, and even if they do well, everyone else has the Tottenham lads, so we're kind of relying on our defenders to get me some points, and then I think Everton attacks as well, so that's what we're relying on. We'll be happy with 50 points depending on how the Tottenham lads play. Okay, so this is what my dilemma is. Last night I must have spent 3 hours just flicking through different potential things. So my idea in my head, I want to treble up on Man City in the next couple of game weeks. I just think they've got about 12 to 15 fixtures in a row where they could just be pumping teams. Now, look, they've not been playing very well. You don't have to tell me that. I understand. But I believe they can't continue to play like this. I think it's only a matter of time. We saw Gabriel Jesus back last night in the Champions League, scored a goal. De Bruyne, couple of assists. Like City played really well. I think that could lead us into the weekend nicely to kind of see how they're playing against Liverpool. So yeah, treble City's on the cards, and I just think if I don't want to play Pep Roulette with the midfield and the attack, I have to first of all not buy a striker, go for a defender. Cancelo looks brilliant going forward. Might also go for Diaz, depending on how I'm feeling. Cancelo's not exactly nailed on where Diaz is, so Cancelo's in there at the moment. But I could afford to get Diaz. I think I've still got 1.4 million in the bank with this team you see here. So De Bruyne and Sterling for me are probably the two I want to go with. They're the only ones that are pretty much nailed on, and I'm not looking to have huge money in City's midfield if they're not going to play. So what I've done here is I've made 5 subs, which I'm probably going to make over the next 2 weeks, which would mean a 12-point loss. Now, I don't really know what else I can do here to try and treble up on City because... like that my team is so awkward to kind of swap around. So like I've got Harry Kane and Delap up top, which I'm going to swap. I don't want to get rid of Harry Kane for at least another week after this, so he can't move this week. I can't substitute Delap for Wilson because like Newcastle have a tough away game this week, and who knows what might happen after the international break. So I don't want to make that sub just yet, but I have to get rid of Delap because otherwise I can't treble up on City. James Rodriguez, I don't want to get rid of for at least 3 more game weeks. We've got Everton have some really easy games coming up. So again, that's another problem. But then I can't afford to get the City players in unless I do get rid of him. And Son, look, I think it's going to... I wanted to keep him for 9.3 million, but I can't treble up on City unless I do it, unless I'm willing to sacrifice Podence or Barkley for like a Mahrez. And I'm just not sure I'm willing to do that. I just feel the points are going to come this way. So that's what I'm kind of struggling with. And then Saïss to Cancelo is an easy swap. That can kind of happen at any time. I might take that one this week just to kind of make sure I've definitely got a sub. Even though it's a 4-point loss, I'm going to have to take that 4-point loss anyway because I'm certain I'm going to need 5 subs in the next 2 game weeks. So yeah, the reason I'm probably not going to use a -4 this week is because I think the 11 I've got are okay, and we've got another 2 weeks before games come back after the international break. So there could be injuries, there could be huge surprises there. I want to make sure Antonio's got a chance to get in my team as well, because I don't think you can go without him if he's fit based on West Ham's run. So let me know what you think about that, because I don't think I've ever taken a 12-point hit in my life. So taking a 12-point hit at some point over the next 3 weeks is going to be interesting for me. But I just don't see any other way to... My team, like a lot of teams, because of the fixture changes, is going to need to be changed. So these are the changes I'm eyeing up. It looks like a fairly solid team once I use it. If Antonio's not back, we can lob in a Bamford for the time being. So just let me know what you think on that, because my mind's not made up, and I'm not guaranteeing that I won't make at least one more sub before the game week starts on Friday, but it will depend on the team news and then what thoughts I have. So yeah, drop a comment on that. That's pretty much the video then. So as I've said before, do not forget to change your team. 4 o'clock on Friday is the deadline. And thanks again for everyone tuning in. I think we're past 650 subscribers now. And one thing I keep noticing is every video gets 1 dislike and like 100 likes. So whoever it is who keeps hitting that dislike button, I will find you. No, I'm only messing. Keep hitting that dislike button if you want. Whatever makes you happy. That's it for now though. So drop your comments in the box below and let me know about your teams, and sure, the discussion in the comments box is always pretty cool as well. So I will see you on the other side.